Welcome 3BC Tiki followers. We're gonna have a little fun tonight. It's Jim the Skunk Whisperer here. It's Valentine's Day, so we're actually gonna make a special treat. We're actually gonna make tiramisu from scratch with rum. All right, first thing you wanna do, after your rum, a little bit of mascarpone. It's sometimes hard to find enough mascarpone, so I'm gonna give you a little cheat. A little mascarpone, big ricotta. Or ricotta, or however you want to say it, depending on where you're at in Italy and how much of a pain in the butt Italian-American you want to be. So you put that into the mixer. And that's the other thing, mixing. Look at that. Mascarpone is not easy to deal with. It is really, really good though. Background music is brought to you by our son Cola and his Valentine's Day gift. And obviously, I'm supposed to get started right away. At least according to the song. So here's the ricotta, nice and thick. Get it in there. Let's get this out of the way. Now, you always put a little bit of liquor in there. Not much, because, you know, kids are going to eat this up. I'm using a little amaretto. You can use, this is actually made by Lazzaroni, who does some really good Italian candies. I'm just going to do a little hint in there, and that'll help it blend a little bit. I used to use an Italian brandy. I know it sounds odd, but it's called Stock 84. It's really, really good. So you can use brandy, rum. I don't like the anisette. Some people use that, or sambuca. Anise and this, to me, doesn't go together. Put in a little bit of powdered sugar. Start with about, what is it, half a cup, and then we will see how it goes from there. Oh yeah, add a little more rum. Yep, that's about the right amount. Get it going. Now, you can actually over whip this stuff. And it'll go from this nice, thick, and clumpy to just completely break down on you. Once sugar starts getting mixed into this, it really starts changing the texture, and especially with the liquor. So you're starting to break down the fats and oils, and you're also heating it up. So, all right, we got some other foods going while we're here. I gotta shut that down. Got a nice steam effect. All right, so still gonna go a little bit longer, but you're starting to get some peaks in here, but it's still a little soft for me, but we haven't gone to the point where it's breaking back down. Use a little bit more sugar as well. So we're gonna add about another half cup. Get that mixing on low at first. The missus really doesn't like stuff too sweet, so gotta be real careful. You gotta walk that in so you don't overdo it. Gotta add more rum. Normally I'm a bourbon guy, but this is going good tonight. Oh yeah, look at that. And nice and sticky on there. I'll bring it to the camera again for you. Now this is what I'm looking for. Look at that. That's just beautiful. By the way, you shouldn't dip your fingers in, but if you do, make sure you switch fingers when you double dip. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, so now we're gonna start on the mixture. I actually brew espresso for breakfast, and so what's ever left over is what I'm using for this. So we're gonna go right into this container. Then, I like it really, really strong. So we're gonna take some instant coffee or instant espresso, whatever you have laying around. All right, get that going. Mix that all up nice and good. Now there's also a little chocolate flavoring. So now we're gonna add some cream de cocoa. We're also going to top it off with a little cocoa, and I actually use, and it's the wife who created this, but we actually got Hershey's, but it's dark chocolate. Not as sweet as the milk chocolate powder, but it gives it a lot of depth and flavor. We're going to start taking our lady fingers. We're actually going to put a little bit of this in here too. Why not? That's good stuff. Lady fingers. Biscotti Savoiardi. Scotty, not twice baked. But you take them, dunk them quick. They will get real soft quick. You start layering them. You're going to take a minute, so we're going to go multiples at a time. Now your normal 9 by, this is a half sheet pan, but your normal was a 9 by 13 or whatever it is. Tiki Debbie probably knows what size that was. She's the baking grandma. She's hiding behind the camera trying to avoid probably me. It was payday, she got paid. She doesn't care now.
I gotta come back next week.
Oh wait, actually tomorrow's payday. She got paid early on top of that. I'm surprised she's even here.
Yes, because you want to get rid of me.
Man, that's true. See, I left these in too long, they're starting to fall apart.
Stop. It's okay.
Let me get the spin out of here.
Get out of here.
Just plop that in there.
Okay, Cole, he's good.
I'm just going to give it a nice little layer. This is the longest part of it, is actually trying to get this nice and kind of leveled out. Alright, so now we're done with that layer. You know what it needs? More rum. You'd be amazed at how much rum goes in this recipe. But yet only the baker can taste any of it. You got a little ladyfinger everywhere. This is going to be good. This is going to be a great way to finish off Valentine's Day dinner. We're doing New York strip steak. Doing some blackened. We doing bay scallops or sea scallops? Did you get big ones or little ones? Alright, we're not sure if we're doing blackened sea or bay scallops. I will surprisingly find out when I open the package. Luckily, I like scallops. I like them so much we're doing scallop potatoes too. Alright, so that's one whole package and a couple leftovers I had. We're on to package 2. Realistically, you're only going to get 2 layers of ladyfingers. Unless you have a really deep pan. And since you're not baking, the height and depth Really doesn't matter. You can go as high as you want with these.
They're sea scallops.
All right, we got the big boys. We're doing sea scallops. Thank you, honey. So yeah, it literally takes about 1.5 packages. So that's about how much we had left over that I used first. And we still got one of these. So we got some munchies for later. Now we're just gonna take the rest of this. Just scoop it all in. All right. We all know I had a blue spatula around here. Where did I put it? There it is. Gotta get every little bit of this. 2 reasons. It wasn't cheap, but it is good. You don't want to waste any of it. All right. Let's get it all into the pan.
Yes, Cole. Yes, baby.
Boom, done. All right. Again, the big flat edge. It's the only way you're going to get this really smooth out to get a nice topping so you can dust it. Oh, yeah. About to show the camera this magic. Sometimes I get real fancy and do some designs. Maybe in a later video, I will show you how to do that. Because it's not really hard to put designs into the cocoa, but it is real easy to make a mess out of it.
Okay, let's make sure it's not too
All right, here we go. We're almost there.
It's good. I love it.
Different finger. Mmm.
Help you what?
All right. And the landing spot. This is going to be my little munchies for later.
I already did that though.
Trust me, it is not going to disappear. But I need to make this nice and level.
I am holding you.
All right.
Holding you.
So this is why I'm making it smooth. So when I put the cocoa on it, it has a fairly consistent texture. So I'm going to do, you get these little sifters. For some reason my dog is really into this. Make sure you get it in the center. If not, it's just going to come off those clumps. It's not going to be good. You just start dusting. Just shake it a little bit. But if you are trying to do designs, what you do is you print it off on regular printer paper, cut it out very meticulously. I need to get some finer stuff in here. You put it on the tiramisu very softly because you're going to have to peel it off. And then you just dust over it. When you're done, trust me, use tweezers. Use tweezers, get a little corner of that paper before you pull it up. If you try to put your finger in it, it's gonna go right through it. It is gonna make one heck of a mess. This is definitely far from the prettiest tiramisu I've done. It was gonna be one of the best. Why? Because the skunk whisperer made it. But look at that. Look at that bad boy. We're gonna let it set up in the fridge for about an hour or so, or at least till we finish the steaks and scallops. And this is gonna be ready for an amazing dessert. So till the next time, top it off with a little more rum. Skunk Whisper, 3BC, and of course our Tiki crew.